Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One of the beautiful ways, profound ways that Allah describes His book in Al-Quran Al-Kareem is As-Sidq. Last episode we covered Al-Haq. What's the opposite of Al-Haq? Falsehood. What's the opposite of Sidq? Lies. And that's why our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one whom Allah chose to give the final revelation to, was known to be As-Sadiq Al-Ameen. Sadiq in Arabic means honest, someone who does not lie. Sidq is the truth. It's interesting that in Arabic there is the word Al-Haq and there is a word As-Sidq. Al-Haq means the truth, and the Sidq and it means the true honesty. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invites us in Al-Quran to be from Al-Musaddiqin, those who believed in His word. Deep conviction. We call that Iman. The believer is called Mu'min. And the word Mu'min, it also means believed. The children of Yaqub, when they came back to their father with the shirt of Yusuf alayhi salam with blood on it, it was the blood of some sheep or something. It wasn't the blood of Yusuf alayhi salam. They said, وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا وَلَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقِينَ. And you, Father, will not believe our story even though we're telling the truth. Obviously, they were not telling the truth. But what word did they use? وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا. The word mu'min means not only believer, it means believed. Allah calls us believers, mu'mineen. One of the meanings of that is that when we speak, people believe us. And that's why when the Prophet ﷺ was asked, would a believer in a weak moment drink alcohol? And the Prophet said, yes, that's possible. Would a believer in a moment of weakness steal something? Yeah, that's possible. Would a believer in a moment of weakness end up falling into zina, adultery, and fornication? He said it's possible. Would a believer lie? And the Prophet ﷺ said, Al-mu'minu la yakdhib. The believer does not lie. This is very amazing that when the Prophet ﷺ was given the major sins in Islam, yes, could be a believer, but the weakness hit, they fall into major sin. But lying, the word lying, kadhib, is the opposite of the word sidq. And if you don't have sidq, then you don't have faith and Iman, and you cannot be called mu'min, believer. My dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks in the Quran, وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا. Who's more truthful in His word than Allah? The answer is no one. Every word, every letter, every ayah in the Quran is pure truthfulness that is for the benefit of the human being. And that's why the more we read the Quran in Ramadan, we should really be conscious about our words. Are we lying? Like people say, he's lying through his teeth, right? Are we lying? Why do people lie? Usually for a short benefit, to look good, to not look bad. I did something wrong, so I say, no, I didn't do it. Subhanallah, lying might actually benefit you in the short run, but it always, forever fails to help you and benefit you on the long run. And that's why the first one you want to be honest with is actually yourself. Don't lie to yourself. If you don't know something, just make peace with it. Say, I don't know. If you know something, say, I know. If a doctor knows how to help a patient and there is like a patient dying on the plane, you'll find they make an announcement. If there is a doctor on this plane, please come and present yourself. We have someone who's having a heart attack. If you know something, you should speak up. You should say, I know how to heal this patient or to treat him for now. If you don't know something, say, I don't know. If you are caught doing something wrong, believe it or not, if you admit that you're wrong, you go higher in the eyes of the people and in the eyes of Allah. If you keep on denying that you did wrong, even though it's very clear that you were wrong, you go lower in the eyes of the people and most importantly in the eyes of Allah. Honesty is a way of life. Honesty is what is required from every prophet and messenger before Allah sends revelation to them. Every prophet and messenger has to have two qualities: honesty and mercy and compassion, caring about the others, helping others. If these are the two prerequisites that have to be in every prophet and messenger, and we are the followers of prophets and messengers. Are you compassionate? Are you honest? Because subhanAllah, if you're honest with yourself, you will be honest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why don't you use this Ramadan as a launching point that you start? You say, I know I'm here and I'm going to build up myself from here in my Iman, my Salah, my connection with Allah, my relationship with the Quran. I know I'm not there yet, but I want to be there. Once you become honest with yourself, you can have an honest start and beginning. And don't we all of us need such an honest start and beginning? That's why Allah give us every year the month of Ramadan to have that start and that beginning, that fresh reset button that Allah grants us every Ramadan. May Allah make us from As-Sadiqin. O you who believe, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as-sadiqin. O you who believe, be God-fearing and be with those who are honest and truthful. May Allah make us like that. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.